I was with the prince when he first spoke with her. She seemed open to the idea of cooperating with the Fellowship.
Kind of funny, really. For a dumb old pain in the arse, I sure seem to spend a lot of time around royalty. All right, let's go to the palace and meet this fancy regent already.
I did not come all this way to sit around and enjoy the sun on my scales. This is a time for doing, not waiting. We should go to the palace and see how things stand.
Guilds show up from the continent, the regent gives them their own buildings. And the poor of the city? We're neglected and forgotten again. As usual.
Do not let those Coralania High Elves deceive you. My people settled Solstice first, and we will still be here after the Regency turns to dust. I have seen it in the tides.
You helped Arathiel stop
Mercenaries
Mob.
wanted.
If
Apply
only I could
here.
walk in her shadow.
I know an adventurer when I see one. Are you here about the notices we posted around the city? There's...
As far as I'm concerned, it's business as usual around here. Until those worm cultists break through the walls and attack the city, life goes on as it always does. That means I get up every morning and go to work, same as yesterday.
Sunport's one of the few high elf settlements that doesn't immediately attack sea elves when they see us. In fact, it may be the only one. Makes me wonder what's wrong with them.
We Coralanians have forgotten what we once knew of war. Now we are helpless before these cultists from the mainland, and must rely on the protection of strangers. I do not understand why this is happening to us. Who would we fight? House Coralania made peace with the Argonians long ago, and we share Sunport with the merchants and seafarers who make port here. The island was peaceful until the worm cult appeared. The guard is capable of stopping a tavern brawl, but this? Long ago, ambition led my people into darkness and folly. We had good reason to lay down our swords. Now I fear we must relearn what we hope to forget. I pray we do not like it.
Perhaps this one should join the Fighters Guild. Since they arrived in Sunport, no one has requested my services as a bodyguard or mercenary. How is a Nanan to eat and drink if no one pays him?
Princess Anne! Thank goodness! Something is wrong here!
What's the problem, Mermal?
I arrived to find the palace deserted, and the regent is nowhere to be seen.
That's not good. Let's look around. I'll check upstairs.
This doesn't look good. See all the blood? Someone was stabbed here.
Strange. This door is sealed
Up
by
here on the balcony.
strong magic.
I found someone.
As I told this orc, I was working in a storeroom. And when I came out, I noticed the palace guards were missing. Then I spotted hooded figures struggling to carry someone out the side door. I think it was Regent Corinway. A small group of merchants arrived at the palace, carrying crates and bundles. I saw them speaking with the guards. Traders make deliveries all the time, so I thought nothing of it and carried on with my work. I came out and first noticed that the palace guards were gone. Then I saw 3 hooded figures carrying a large bundle. I heard a muffled cry from inside. It sounded like the regent. One of the figures dropped something by the throne. Yes, I think so. Let me see. Swen Coast is an old retreat out on the west coast. A noble's cottage, long abandoned. And these are directions. That must be where the merchants were headed. Please, Mainlander, you must help Regent Corinway.
They had to be worm cultists. Go to the Regent's aid, comrade. The rest of us will secure the city.
So many customers coming and going, but most of them just seem interested in browsing.
An adventurer! How exciting! Please, I have wondrous furnishings and materials for the discerning homeowner.
Oh,
If you dislike cleaning wicker as much as I do, reward yourself for cleaning each section by taking a sip of your favorite beverage. Mine is mud nectar. And use a soft bristled paintbrush to get into those crevices.
Sunport is not safe, but where else is? Those worm cultists, they could be anywhere.
Rumors of necromancers and other dangers abound, but there is a clear path to safety. Would you like to hear what my master offers? I serve Clavicus Vile, the Prince of Bargains, the Master of Wishes. Sometimes called the Prince of Trickery, but if you pay attention to the details, there's no need to fear deceit. The Prince of Bargains finds mortals to be fascinating. He's happy to deal with any who seek his aid. The greater the boon, the greater the price. He granted my wish. A mighty hero such as yourself can surely bargain for a great boon indeed. Oh, that's a rather personal question. Let's just say I am confident of my master's protection. Beyond that, my transaction with Clavicus Vile is none of your concern.
High elves don't appreciate real talent.
Strangers in Sunport. What are they up to?
with Canarthi's swiftness. There is a majesty here that surely moves the hands of poets.
Five Claw! Raz hoped he would find you in Sunport when he reported to Prince Azah as the representative from the Old Merry Dominion. Let this one guess. You are looking for someone who was abducted. This is true, yes? Then Razum Dar is glad to have you here. Some mysterious fellows in dark robes smuggled an elf noble into this house just a short time ago. A romantic arrangement? Raz wondered. But no, necromantic, as it turns out. Raz admires your initiative. Still, this is a delicate situation. Storming too quickly, and the worm cult may kill the lady. Move too slowly, and they may slip away. What is your preference? An agreeable approach. If you do not care to try the front door, you might find another way in. Raz will climb to the balcony and proceed with stealth. One of us should find the regent. Whatever happens, Raz swears the missing noble lady will come to no harm if he has anything to say about it. The worm cultists, not so much. Raz will make his move when you do. So this is Solstice. Good. When Raz agreed to represent Queen Irene and the Dominion in the Stark Fellowship, he was told he would be going to a city called Sunport. This is clearly not Sunport. How did Raz happen to end up here, Five Claw? A traitor? Queen Irene was careful not to share the details of the message. Perhaps the other alliances were not so diligent in safeguarding the plans. Well, Raz is here now. He is ready to assess the situation and help you set things right.
That is better.
Roz, believe
My
we
thanks.
have found the
But there is
Regent.
something you need
Set
to
her
hear.
free, Five Claw.
Thank the Three Queens. Those horrible necromancers promised to steal my soul when they finished with me. I feared this old house would be the last thing I ever saw. But there is more to say, if I can trust you, stranger. Oh, someone noticed I was abducted then. I was afraid the worm cult had spirited me out of the city before anyone realized. But that's not important. We must return to Sunport at once. The worm cult is about to do something terrible. I overheard my captors. The worm cult positioned some sort of necromantic weapons throughout the palace district. They're preparing to seal off the district and slaughter all within. We must get back to Sunport and sound the alarm.
Go on, Five Claw. Raz will escort the noble lady back to Sunport.
You have my gratitude.
Head back to Sunport, Five Claw. Let Prince Azar know the Regent is safe and warn him of the threat to the Palace District. It is clear where Razumdar's duty lies at this moment. To personally escort the lovely Regent safely back home, of course. Raz is willing to make this small sacrifice so that you may claim the honor of reporting our success and sounding the alarm to protect the city. Oh, you wound Raz. This one will protect the lovely Regent with his life. Raz has never failed in such a duty. Well, almost never.
I have no idea what the worm cult hopes to gain from random slaughter. For that matter, I do not know what they are doing in Solstice at all. But somehow, we must meet this threat. There is no time to waste. Sunport is in danger.
Dagna exavija.
I grasp Wormblood's true vision.
we had to.
Such lovely grist to pillage on this island.
What gems we stumble upon, just by exploring together. For furnishing, perhaps?
Wormlord will be pleased with our progress.
Dordatna.
The history of Clan Corellania is of particular interest to me. Sometimes I think I should return to Somerset to see what their records say about our past. Were we really so dark and evil to require banishment? I find that hard to believe. Is it that obvious? I could spend decades reading through our tomes and scrolls, but our history didn't start on this island. To truly learn, I must discover the truths buried in the libraries where we began. And one day, I will.
Razum, Dominion Representative Extraordinaire is here at last. He brings the Regent, too. And the warning.
Regent? By my father's sword, that's a relief. But I fear your warning comes too late. Comrade, let us speak. I see that Regent Corinway is safe, and you located the missing Alliance representative. Well done. Shortly after you departed to rescue the Regent, the Worm Cult made their move. Now the storm is upon us, and the time for battle is at hand. Yes, it seems the Regent's kidnapping was only the start. The Worm Cult hid soldiers throughout the palace, who then emerged and took us by surprise. They seized control of the palace district. Worse, the weapons they plan to use are Soul Reapers. Vile necromantic devices that steal the souls of any who die nearby. The Worm Cult used Soul Reapers in their attacks on the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild and elsewhere throughout Tamriel. Guildmaster Merrick died destroying one. Join the others in the Palace District and drive out the Worm Cult. Destroy any Soul Reapers you encounter by tearing out their cores. That's the only safe way to disable them. Use the hidden entrance in the luxury goods shop to get inside.
I cannot believe it. Fighting in the streets of Sunport. These Worm Cult invaders must be stopped. While our defensive forces are not unlimited, whatever Sunport has will join with the Stirk Fellowship. For Sunport, for Solstice, for victory! The passage leads through a gap in the old city wall to a townhouse inside the Palace District. It opens into the street just below the square by Vinutilmo Palace's main entrance. I imagine we will find the Worm Cult leaders there. I detest bloodshed, but I cannot stand by while others fight to protect my people. I will join the soldiers Princess sends through the shopkeeper's passage. After you go in, I will make my way to the palace. Cautiously.
A clever plan, yes? When the enemy expects an attack at the front door, one should find a window. Go on ahead. Raz will not be far behind.
Good. No sign of the Worm Cult yet. Head down the stairs. We will hold here for now.
Remember to disable the Soul Reapers, Five Claw. Raz will seek the high ground.
Through here, champion.
Such trifles will not be missed.
Go on upstairs, quietly. The worm cult's just outside the door.
Lead the way, champion. We'll help you destroy the Soul Reapers.
You can count on us, champion. We'll do whatever it takes to defeat the worm cult.
Before they take more souls! Yes, Master. We shall hold the palace as long as possible.
Save who you can and find the Reapers, my friend.
Please, no! Why are you doing this? There's another Reaper just ahead. Take it out and find Baranor.
Besha.
I saw Farinor flee. Let's check out the Regent's study and see if we can find out what Farinor was doing here. Did Farinor leave anything behind? Take a look around, then meet the others outside. Tusken worm cult, turning a nice city like this into a battlefield. If you found something interesting, show it to Prince Azah. I think he's outside.
Good work, everyone. The worm cult has fled the city. Comrade, it was no easy fight, but the palace district is secure. Your destruction of Soul Reapers was a great help, and it seems you cleansed Venutilmo Palace as well. Good work. Scordo said you saw Mage Farinor. Did she say anything? Wormblood? A successor to Manamarco, perhaps, yet I know of no villain by that name. Nor have I ever heard of a gift of death. Clearly, we have much to learn about the worm cult's plots. At least you have put a name to our foe. Nothing yet. Let's take a moment to regroup. Your valor secured a firm ally in Regent Corinway and showed the Alliance representatives the threat we face. Whatever the worm cult intends, the Stirk Fellowship will be ready to meet them. Thanks to you. The conflict in the Palace District proved the Stirk Fellowship can defeat the worm cult in open battle. Yet we have to locate our foe to fight them. Farinor and Wormblood are somewhere on this island. We simply need to hunt them down. That was my thought as well. The worm cult plans to move something important through the passages beneath. Wormblood's orders directed Farinor to ensure its safety. Whatever they're moving, they obviously consider it important. We should stop them. Not precisely, but passages beneath sound like tunnels to me. I want you to locate them and then act as you deem best to foil the worm cult. Take Waxen Ash with you. She is an excellent scout and has crossed staves with the worm cult before. Remember, time may not be on our side. We do not know how many more Soul Reapers the worm cult created or where they are. 2 of you can find answers more swiftly than 1. Explain the situation to Waxen Ash, then go find the passages beneath. Many, and none of them good. The orders you found mentioned something called the Gift of Death. The cult is harvesting souls with their Reapers for some so-called great work, and they have Vaunus Galarian. How it fits together, I cannot say. All I know is that it does not sound good. If Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, then I do not want him to get it. Keep your eyes and ears open, comrade. If you learn something more, let me know. Who knows? Some horrible necromantic ritual, most likely. Wormblood's orders mention souls, after all. And the cult is here in numbers we've rarely seen before. Why Solstice? What are they trying to do here? That is what we need to learn.